In today's video, I unbox Game to Pick a Game by Chip Theory Games. Let's take a look. Here I have Game to Pick a Game by Chip Theory Games. There are two different versions, the Orc Council and the Gateway Edition. Additionally, I have two of the add-on characters, the Stanza and the Grove Tenders. Let's go ahead and flip this. And as we can see, this is designed as a 2-player plus, ages 8 plus, and it only takes 5 to 10 minutes, because the whole point of this is to make it a little more fair when you are with your gaming group and you are trying to decide what game to play. You pull this one out and you use this to pick the other games that you're going to play during your game night. We can see that each box contains 4 character sheets. Here, this one contains 28 bidding and character chips, 4 chip containers, and the rule book. Same thing here. We get a general overview of what everything looks. Again, you can see this is the Orky edition. This is kind of the everything else. And then here they have added on characters from some of their other very popular games that can be incorporated in either one of these and vice versa. The game you play when you want to play a game, but you don't know what game to play. Again, this is the whole intent of this, is to help you decide which game is going to be pulling out, especially when everybody, can't decide what they want to do. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside of what we have in each one of these. And we'll go ahead and move these off to the side for now. So there we have the Orc Council Edition and the Gateway Edition. And here are going to be our character sheets. You look easy open. There it goes. So we have the general. Chadwick. Merchant. And the Adventurer. And then, of course, for the Orc side, go ahead and take a look at you, assuming we can open the pack. Drew the Fierce. Next, I'm guessing these are going to be the rules. Here we go. The box content on the back. Go ahead and And those rules look identical, just with a little bit, of the difference, for the layout or the look that you can see with the 2 editions. That's cool. And then we have the 4 containers. And what is kind of cool here is these are nice and little separate little things, so we could easily incorporate this into here along with these other 2 and really have an all-in-one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we'd have 1 extra. So I don't know where we'd put the 5th. I don't know where we'd put the new guy. I don't know. And this looks like it is the same case that they are now giving in Cloudspire to hold your upgrade chips. Let's get into these. Cool. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to go real quick and take all of the plastic off of these chips because that is kind of a pain. So I will be, then we can look at them all individually. So I will be right back. Alright, we have already looked at mods chips, and now that we have all of the chips unwrapped, easy access for us, let's go ahead and continue looking at the chips for the other 3 characters here within the Gateway Edition. We will go to this one first because I believe it also has, the game to pick a game token. So we will just set that off to the side. And then we have Cordelia next. And then her chip key. So that is Cordelia. Next, let's take a look at Chadwick, I believe. Yep. Go ahead and set that there. And I love how each character is different, as you can see as we're going through their chips. Each character has a very unique set of chips. So, I mean, it really will, might, change the outcome, change how you do things, depending on which character you have. And being that there are so many characters now here within this base, you really can change up everything pretty easily. So the same person won't necessarily always win all the time because they will be you can have them changing the characters. it might have been interesting if there was a way to randomly pick your characters a little better if they had little solo cards for each character, so you can shuffle them together and then deal out to everybody a character card to randomize which character it is. That may have been a neat little addition, but so far I really like what I'm seeing and how each character is different. With their own little box of stuff and their card with their lore and their little abilities and everything. And finally, we will take a look at Bunker and his chips. There's his. So we can see his main chip, and then of course his chip key. Very cool. And we will just go ahead and stick that in with the general. Next, we will go ahead and take a look at the Orc Council. And we will start with the set of chips that have the game to pick a game token. I believe this is probably, yep. Cogan. And see, that is just the round chip, same as with the Gateway Edition. And then his chip key. It's 2 boost. And next we have Glacier. And up next we have Dura. And so then finally we will have Snack. That one. Very cool. So up next we have the 2 expansion characters. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Well, here we have Stanza, and her and the Grove Tender character, they both come in these clamshell packs. I've already gone ahead and just taking them out. They weren't sealed in any way, but you know, to help get rid of a lot of that glare, went ahead and took those out. They each have a character card, the same as with the base games. So here we can see with her what is in the box. The character card, 5 bidding and character chips, 1 character container, and 2 dice. Now for me, that is what makes her especially interesting, is that since she is from Too Many Bones, and Too Many Bones does have a lot of dice rolling where you are earning different dice, they have incorporated that aspect into this by making part of her the dice. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. And they look like Too Many Bone dice. So here, there we go. And as you can see, they are the same. So we have 2 of those. And we have her chips. Now she's a little different, I can already tell, because remember with these guys, their character chip then had a chip index or a chip key on the other side. Here she's got a double her. But there are 4 dice tokens. That's kind of interesting. 2 bonus and a cup of coffee. Let's see, and there's no additional rules or anything for the dice, so that'll be interesting to see how these dice are incorporated into it, because right off the rip I didn't see anything on the chips to make me think how the dice are going to be used. And so what I might have to go back into the rules real quick at the end of the video and see if it says anything about the dice. I can't imagine it would, being that there were no dice in either of the bases, but they may have, you know, at the time known that this Stanza Too Many Bones character was going to be coming, and they may have already incorporated those rules in here and put it in. I don't know. We'll have to take a double check on that one before we head out. And then of course we have our new add-on character from the Cloud Spire world. And this is a Grove Tender character. And here is his character card. And then of course it goes to show the contents of this expansion. The 1 character sheet, 7 bidding and character chips. So now we're back to more of, you know, similar to these. And then the 1 chip container. So here is his character sheet. And now he is back to looking normal like all the rest. So there's his character, and then the chip key, and then his boost, famous stanzas. Very cool. So that is everything for the game to pick a game and the 2 character add-ons. I hope this unboxing helped you to determine if this is something you would be interested in getting, as again a very short, very light game where its intent is for especially gaming groups to help the group decide what game they want to play. So they first pull out this one, use it, pick the game they're going to play that one, and then potentially come back to this one and repeat the cycle over and over again. And before we go, I thought I would pull the rules back out again so we can check to see if it does say anything about these dice. And no, I don't see anything. So it'll be interesting to see how you incorporate these dice. I'll have to go online and try to look that up to see what it is that you're doing with these dice. Because it's not just as simple as, the dice, represents one of the chips, because, none of the chips have a bone, unless maybe the bone is the plus minus sign. I don't know. But then there's no negatives here on the dice, and there are negative chips. So I don't know how the dice are going to work in here. So I'll definitely have to check that out. But again, I hope this helped you, and I will see you next time.